What's up guys, Blade Master here, going to be bringing you round 1 game 1 of the Big Blade Balance Tournament. This one is fought between Harrenus and BrokenTV. Harrenus has taken Gedai. First time we're seeing Gedai in the Blade Balance Tournament, and the first time we're seeing Iceni, which is brought by BrokenTV. Both of these players are picking relatively stronger factions. I would definitely give the edge to Gedai because Gedai has been buffed. A lot of the spear units have gained precursors, and of course since they have the noble horsemen, as we can see by the general unit here, with a single experience chevron, talk about a waste of money. Noble horsemen have trample, which makes them a little bit less of a waste of money, and yeah, but if you're going to put an experience upgrade on them, you're basically just throwing money down the drain. I'm sorry, that's salt though. But yeah, you really don't. I don't know why people would want to spend money on upgrades in Total War Rome 2 in general. I think I feel like we're past that point. It's been like 2 years since the game has come out. Like, we shouldn't be putting experience upgrades on any unit except like for maybe Eastern Spearmen, because we have 30 talents left. Anyways, Harrenus has brought 3 mercenary axe warriors on the left, and he's brought 4 noble swords in the center and 1 extra axe warrior on his right. He's brought a total of 3 Dacian bowmen who have 35 missile damage but nothing else, basically. Very terrible shots per minute. And they're going to be coming up against Britain slingers who have quick reload now for DSA BrokenTV. And he's, I guess, cleverly going to put his one of his Dacian bowmen behind the building, which makes, because the slingers have low trajectory, so I don't know if they'll be able to fire over the building. But anyways, they're just going to change targets and fire into the Dacian bowman that's left exposed. No bow horsemen here brought by Harrenus. Instead, opting for some more spear horsemen, 3 spear horsemen, and a total of 1, 2, 3, and 4 spears who cost 220 talents and do not have a precursor javelin volley. So 3 Britain slingers, 2 of them quick reload. Quick reload sort of wasted on these guys now that they're going to be tired, which makes their reload rates slower. We've got some Chosen Swordband and experiences everywhere. 4 Chosen Swordsband with a single experience upgrade. A couple of Druidic Nobles with experience upgrades themselves. We've got Levy Free, a total of 4 Levy Free, and 2 Heroic Nobles, including 3 Heroic Nobles, I would imagine. No, 2 Heroic Nobles, and 3 Veteran Riders, a couple of Britain Scout Riders, and that's about it. So 2 pretty unconventional armies, to say the very least. Unconventional. I don't like bringing Britain Scout Riders. I don't see where they would make a difference in this army. Veteran Riders themselves are pretty shit. I would have liked to see some Noble Riders instead, to give them that upper edge over Gedai, because Gedai themselves don't have great cavalry. So if he could bring Noble Riders, they could make that impact, that much needed impact for Iceni. Besides that, the Chosen Swordband should do okay against the mercenary axe warriors, but against the 4 noble swords, it's going to be pretty hard for the Chosen Swordband to make themselves cost effective. The Levy Freeman taking shots from the Dacian bowman. Literally couldn't pick a worse target for the Dacian bowman. At least fire into the Britain slingers or maybe the Chosen Swordband. But anyways, here the Levy Freeman get a shot into the Spear Horseman, killing 9 men, and then the Britain Scout Riders get their precursor volley off and then charge into these guys, getting a rear charge. They actually might make themselves cost effective in this sort of engagement. They do have a precursor volley, getting off a bunch of them, bunch of units, and then the spears here engage the Chosen Swordband and allow the noble swords to get 2 consecutive charges. Beautifully done here by Harrenus. But it looks like he's just going to switch targets and charge into this Chosen Swordband. Here, the Veteran Riders charged in for Broken TV. Smartly done there. And then this Chosen Swordband is going to have a much better time against that Heroic Noble. But Headhunt popped on this Heroic Noble. Headhunt popped on the General against the Mercenary Axe Warrior. So that means he's going to be able to topple down the left flank for BrokenTV very quickly. A Headhunt popped all across the board for the Noble Swords against the Chosen Swordsband. So it looks like the center is definitely going to go for Harrenus, while the left flank might just go in the favor of BrokenTV. Levy Freeman just charging in there, trying to get this mercenary axe warrior off the field as soon as possible. We can see the Noble Horseman creeping up there. The Britain Scout Rider managed to get 13 kills despite getting a rear charge on Spear Horseman. The Noble Riders, Noble Horsemen, going to get a charge in here. against a lot of enemy cavalry. Pretty shitty veteran rider cavalry. Don't get a trample charge in, but still get 10 kills off the charge. And now they're in a prime position to rear charge and just topple down a lot of Iceni infantry, who are anyways not doing too well. The druidic nobles not going to make their presence felt too much. 12 kills against a mix of mercenary axe warriors and noble swords. Needs to use the Briton slingers as efficiently as possible. Try and target the enemy general, who's now locked into combat, but he's pulling out. He's doing very well. Harrenus is doing well with his noble horsemen. They have a 95 charge bonus now, forcing BrokenTV to pull away with his veteran riders, coming in with the Levy Freeman against mercenary axe warrior. But this is going to be very traditional. Noble swords are just going to destroy chosen swordband, but they're not doing a great job of it. They're now losing. Strangely enough. Oh, this is the one that got charged at by a veteran rider. Smartly done there by BrokenTV, but that's going to be the one hole that's not going to be. That's going to be the one unit that stands free. The other noble swords are definitely going to win out, but it's taking a while, and they're not doing too well against the chosen swordband. Are there any heroic nobles here? There are no heroic nobles, and meanwhile, this chosen swordband in raised banner shield wall, and the heroic nobles general destroying the left flank. So it is actually proving to be quite the fight put up by Iceni here. Heroic nobles with the full strength unit going to charge into mercenary axe warriors, and meanwhile, beautifully done by BrokenTV, shooting into the noble horsemen. The noble horsemen have really crappy armor and no muscle block chance, so they're going to take some damage there. And he's using this one veteran rider, I would assume, just to protect his slingers. But he's gonna be forced to engage these spear horsemen here, which means that this general by Harrenus is going to come in. And let's see, he's got an attack order on that chosen swordband, but he's definitely going to come into contact with those slingers. So instead of retreating, yeah, now we can see he's got that attack order on those slingers. They need to get quick reload off as soon as possible. Maybe get a few crucial volleys on this general, otherwise it's all over for the Briton slingers. And the Briton slingers, I think, are going to be a major component of what would win Iceni this battle. But this chosen swordband did so well against this noble swords. They got 64 kills at the end of the day. Something must have gone wrong. Oh, there must have been the shield wall reform bug. Maybe. Doesn't look like it, but maybe the shield wall reform bug. But the noble swords here all across the field not doing very well. 60 men left, 108 kills against chosen swordband. But that's that's I think most likely it's because of the chosen swordband being put into shield wall and the noble swords not being used in shield wall. But now this general is going to make all the difference. The druidic nobles can inspire, but I don't think they have inspire now. Oh wow, that's a huge blow. The chosen swordband just shattered, and the druidic nobles, if they had encourage or inspire, then that could have helped out a lot. But it looks like the center is crumbling for BrokenTV. Heroic Nobles General here, full strength, 121 kills. Didn't make his presence felt as much as he should have. If he got a clean charge, a proper charge, he would have been able to mop up that left flank much quicker, and that would have been pretty crucial, because then he could have come in to help out. Where is the Heroic Noble there? It's locked into a pointless engagement against Mercenary Axe Warriors, and that's really where Mercenary Axe Warriors are very useful. Unlike Celtic Warriors, they are quite a bit more tanky, so they can hold up even elite units like Heroic Nobles in this sort of pointless engagement, while they're much stronger, much more important units in the Noble Horsemen can make their presence felt that way. The Briton Slingers are fighting in. The Noble Horsemen cycle charge, beautifully done, the cycle charge by Harrenus, making his Noble Horsemen pay off as much as possible. How many kills is this? 174 kills, double experience chevron, going to pull them away. He probably should just charge into the general, but actually no, since this is a general unit, I would be a bit more conservative, and that's actually a smart decision here by Harrenus. Notice that his Noble Horsemen are active despite using Trample. That's because he's got a second wind general instead of the rally general here used by BrokenTV. Always would suggest a strategist general in Blade Balance, because if you're going to have a Shock Cav general, then you'd want to use second wind. If you're going to have an Oathstone general, then you're going to want to have second wind. So yeah, all in all, strategist general is the way to go. Heroic Nobles here, going to pop Headhunt. Will sort of mitigate the fact that they're exhausted. Spear Horsemen just going to topple down some of them, and just too many Noble Swords here left. Despite the Noble Swords not performing too well, they're going to manage to scratch out a victory for Harrenus. But he's performed beautifully with his Noble Horseman General. The Briton Slingers did really well here, 103 kills with a single experience chevron, and the Noble Horsemen, though, putting an end to them. This Heroic Noble stray heroic noble with 86 men is going to come in. If the general can hold out, which he probably will because there are 88 men left, and Harrenus doesn't notice, which is he's definitely going to notice. So yeah, this noble swords is going to come in for a counter charge against this heroic noble. Look at that! Look at the difference. The noble swords, I don't think they had Hannah. No, both of them are exhausted. Yeah, that's just me. Both of them are exhausted, but the heroic noble is going to use raised banner, which will increase their melee defense. The heroic nobles, and he's going to use headhunt. Well, do heroic nobles have terrible melee defense? But either ways, the general is getting destroyed by that noble horseman general. 255 kills, triple experience chevron, beautifully done here. And heroic nobles have 32 charge bonus and yeah, incredible melee defense. But yeah, this noble horseman charge, beautiful. And he's used second wind another time, 2 times second wind to get his noble horseman back to fresh. And yeah, he's actually earned a double experience chevron throughout the course of this match. Just beautifully done by Harrenus. If he didn't use his noble horseman general the way he did, he would have lost this game, because BrokenTV did very admirably with his chosen swordsman, especially with that veteran rider charge. You know, wasn't the most high level play. He could have used his veteran riders much more effectively by using all of them to charge into the noble swords and then come in with his chosen swordsman and then use shield wall. But the fact that he used shield wall on all of them, and the fact that Harrenus didn't use shield wall on a lot of his noble swords throughout the majority of that match, meant that his chosen sword band did better than they should have. So yeah, some of them got single experience chevrons, one of them got a double experience chevron, but the units that really mattered didn't really do too well. The heroic noble general, despite the units that it was fighting, only got a single experience chevron at the end of that game. The other heroic noble got a double XP chevron, but was a waste because it got a bunch of kills. But you shouldn't let, if you're going to lose, you're going to want to make sure that your heroic nobles are dead, you know, and you're going to want to make, like, if you're going to lose, then you'd want to make sure that your most important units have been depleted. Seeing this at the end of the game, if I lost like this, I would just be like, wow, I wasted a unit that is so expensive, and sure, it got a bunch of kills, but it could have mattered so much more. But yeah, very fun game. Thanks to Harrenus for sending me this battle replay, as Harrenus does move on to the second round. Hope you guys enjoyed this battle, and stay tuned for more. Peace.